The Prodigal Son, Luke 11-32.
The prodigal son tells the story of a man who has two sons, and one of the sons asks for his inheritance. The son then leaves, goes to a distant city, and there ends up being a famine, and since he spends his life on prostitutes and luxurious things, he ends up being poor, and he has to hire himself out to people, and he has to eat from where the swines eat. And he ends up saying, you know what, I'm going to go back to my father, and I'm going to hire myself to him because I can no longer live like this. And instead, his father receives him with forgiveness and with joy because his son that has once been dead has come back to life again, and he was lost and has now been found. And the father orders a huge feast to be made for the son, and the son ends up being celebrated for coming back. And then the other brother gets jealous of this, saying, how come I worked all these years for you, and you never gave me a feast? You never had this big of a celebration for me. And the father responds saying, because my son has come back. He was dead and has now come back to life. So this is our representation of that parable in a modern light, in which a college dad has two sons, and the son asks for the inheritance. He goes off, does bad things, and ends up coming back and being celebrated.
My name is Jack Van Ryn, and I will be playing the father. I'm Connor O'Hara, and I'll be playing the prodigal son.
I'm Diego Sanchez, and I'll be playing the other son.
My name is Hector Valenzuela, and I'm the intro man.
Once there lived a son who needed money for his college necessities such as tuition and housing. The father was very reluctant to give him the money, but he gave it to him anyways. The son left his other brother and his father for college. However, the son took the wrong path and got addicted to drugs and other things. He was forced to live on the street with everyone looking upon him in shame, and he became a beggar. The son became so poor and desperate, he even had to eat out of the trash. He was in the lowest of lows. The son could not bear this any longer. Therefore, he went back to his home, and his father ran up to him, greeting him with great joy. The father was so happy to see his son again that he gathered a huge feast together while the other sons sat in jealousy.
The moral of this story is that anyone can be welcomed back into God's kingdom.
As Hector was saying, Jesus is trying to teach us that the moral of this story is that no matter how badly we've sinned, no matter how madly we messed up, God is always, just like the Father, willing to forgive us. He's always waiting for us with open arms, no matter the mistakes we've made, and He will always be wanting for us to have a share in His kingdom, to have a share in His feast of the Eucharist. Thanks so much for watching.